What's up, Vetters? Patrick here with Vetted. It seems that Dr. Avi Loeb is going after journalist Ross Coulthart. And to be honest, I think he has good reason. You see, Ross Coulthart actually came out and said some things about Dr. Avi Loeb, saying that this 3-eye atlas object that is coming is an anomalous. He talked to some astronomers, and Ross Coulthart's like, problem solved, mystery solved. And Avi Loeb's like, wait, what? What are you talking about? Avi Loeb goes off on Ross Coulthart, y'all. I wasn't prepared for this, to be honest with you. Before we jump into this story, I do want to talk about a special new addition to the Vetted Show. I have set up a phone number that you can call to leave me a message, ask a question, share a UFO sighting, that sort of thing. I mean, keep it like 60 seconds or under, really, if you want me to use it. And I'll be playing some of those recordings and responding on the show at the end of the episode. So take a look at this. So you've got the number there. I'll put it down below in the description and the pinned comment. It'll be there available all the time, 24/7. Just call that number, leave a voicemail, and I'll take it from there. So let's start with that clip. Specifically, let's start with the Ross Coulthart clip, and then we'll go into Avi's response.
Yeah, speaking of that, Ross Coulthart was kind of hard on you last weekend, and I'll just put the clip up because I thought it was kind of mean of him to say. So let's just get your reaction. It's only about less than 2 minutes.
This is the 3-eye atlas object, which is, if some people are saying it correctly, a comet. If you're Professor Avi Loeb, you think it's potentially something anomalous. Let's deal also with the claims that have been made, mainly by Professor Avi Loeb, who is driving, God bless him, a lot of other astronomers to distraction with his persistent assertions that there is something anomalous about 3-eye atlas. The ball is very much in Professor Avi Loeb's court right now to prove his case that there is something anomalous about 3-eye atlas and that it's just not, it's not just another meteor or comet. I've consulted with astronomers. I've consulted with people who've contacted me in great frustration because they don't understand why Professor Loeb is making such a huge song and dance on very, very limited evidence that there is something anomalous about 3-eye atlas. And I've been very willing to give Professor Loeb a good go because I have huge respect for him. He's very, very well respected in the field. And I just have a hunch that just maybe he's had a tip, a private tip from somebody in NASA or some other space observatory telling him that there is something anomalous about 3-eye atlas. But certainly the official position from a broad range of astronomers that I've engaged with is thus, that there is no anomalous behavior or movement detected with 3-eye atlas. The most recent scientific assessments, including orbital solutions from the Minor Planet Center and NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, indicate that 3-eye atlas follows a trajectory fully consistent with gravitational dynamics for an interstellar comet.
All right, so as you can see from Ross, I mean, he comes out shots fired, right, at Avi. Kind of, what's he doing talking about 3-eye atlas being anomalous? Like, this is crazy. I talked to astronomers. They said it's nothing crazy, But I think when you hear Avi's points that he's about to make, you'll understand his frustration with all of this, especially considering that Ross constantly looks into UAP, right? So for him to come at Avi Loeb, Avi sees that as hypocritical. Take a look.
Well, with all due respect, Ross Coulthart is not a scientist. And the statement he made in the last sentence is exactly the basis for a scientific paper that I submitted for publication last night. There is no non-gravitational acceleration, despite the fact that there is evaporation from the object. That means the object is very massive anomalously massive, 1,000 times more massive than Borisov, the previous object, and 1,000,000 times more massive than Oumuamua. And this is just the lower limit. That's the minimum mass that is needed in order for it not to show any push back away from the sun. So if you see, an object that is, let's say, a dust particle, you see twice an object of the size of a dust particle, and then you see a boulder that is 1,000,000 times more massive appearing. Wouldn't that be curious? Wouldn't that be strange? Wouldn't that be anomalous? And just to remind whoever is viewing this, Ross himself keeps talking for years about unidentified anomalous phenomena. So he makes a living out of talking, not doing science, just talking and speaking to other people who do science. And he himself is engaged with things that appear anomalous. I'm doing the science. I published scientific papers. I wrote 9 scientific papers over the past 2 months on 3i Atlas. I'm not a journalist asking for the advice of other people to tell me what this object is. I'm actually doing the research to tell me what the object is. So for a journalist to go around and solicit consensus view about an object and then talk for years about anomalous phenomena that the same people that he's talking with right now would completely dismiss as irrelevant. The same UAP that he keeps talking about, UFOs, UAP, and he talks about it for many, many, many broadcasts. If he were to go to the same people that he talked with about 3i Atlas, they would completely dismiss that as irrelevant. Yet, he believes that there are unidentified anomalous phenomena and he keeps talking about it forever. But for 3i Atlas, no. He will go to the same people that dismiss UAP and ask for their advice and then use sort of an average over their opinions to claim that when Avi Loeb does scientific work on this object, we should not accept it. Why? Because a group of other people said to him that we should not consider any anomalies. And I say, well, exactly this sentence that he said at the end, where the object doesn't show any non-gravitational acceleration, that sentence is an anomaly. Why? Because in order for the object not to be affected by its evaporation, it needs to be extremely massive, anomalously massive, 1,000,000 times more massive than Oumuamua. And we haven't seen 1,000,000 Oumuamuas.
And don't worry, Avi's not done here. I've got a couple more clips to share, but this is just very interesting, right? Avi's making some good points, in my opinion. Ross is not a scientist. He's talking to some other people, getting a consensus, and then just sort of dismissing what Avi Loeb is saying when Ross is the first one to say something's anomalous, or whatever, right? I mean, he's talking about the drones right now as being anomalous, right? So I don't know. I think Avi's rightfully upset, in my opinion, to be honest with you. And I've never seen him this fired up, but you could tell he is fired up and he's not done.
The current consensus of those people that he spoke with is that 3i Atlas is just an unusually large object that is on an unusually fine-tuned trajectory with the planets by chance. So it's big by chance. It's aligned with the planets by chance. It has nickel without iron by chance. It had a plume of scattered light ahead of it towards the sun instead of behind it, away from the sun, the way comets show, by a process that we don't understand but we don't care about. And it will come close to Mars and Jupiter by chance. So the timing was particularly fine-tuned, but by chance. And, all of these coincidences, each of them has a low probability. Some of them we've never seen before for comets in the solar system.
I mean, in my opinion, he laid down the law, and I'll put a link in the description to the full interview so you can see more. There's a little bit more of what he said, but basically lays down why it's anomalous, why he thinks it's anomalous, right? And hey, the jury's still out. So for Ross to come and say it's not anomaly, all Avi is saying is, the jury's still out. But hey, Ross, why don't you go talk to the same people you talked to about UAP? Bring them your UAP stories and see what they say, right? So you went to these people for the 3i Atlas, go to them with your UAP stories and see what they say. So I don't know. Very interesting. Avi's not done. One more clip.
I wrote 9 scientific papers about these facts, submitted them to journals, and then Ross, who keeps talking forever about unidentified anomalous phenomena, decides to realize what this object is by asking around people, just asking, astronomers that he would like to pick. And my question to him is, why don't you ask the same astronomers about UAP and say the same thing that they say about UAP, because that's what they tell you.
All right, y'all. So look, I'll put a link down below. Check out the full interview. Let me know what you think. Did Ross overstep? Is Avi's response, viable, right? Does it seem reasonable? And did Avi make some good points about Ross, right? I think he did. Don't forget to call that number and leave me a voicemail. Again, ask me a question, share a UFO sighting, just tell me your thoughts on something, whatever you want. Keep it under 60 seconds. And again, I'll be playing those at the end of the episodes and responding to it. Maybe at the beginning. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. All right, y'all. See you on the next one. Remember, every day's a gift, y'all. Peace.